Hello everybody, my name is FNAF Nerd, and today we're at Universal. We're going to try Mardi Gras stuff. We're going to talk about FNAF updates and HHN updates as well. So let's get that video started. So with today's video, we'll be trying a lot of food items, especially with the food booths. Check out merchandise, the tribute store. But first, we're going to check if there's any FNAF merch available at the Brown Derby. The only way to gain access with the Brown Derby is if you're an annual pass holder for Orlando or you work for the Orlando Universal team. So they still have the FNAF hoodie. It looks the same. It still has the HHN logo on it, and it does glow in the dark. And this is 50 bucks, but everything here is 70% off. So they have these shirts. It's only for kids. The Halloween Horror Nights pizza shirt, and it's 25, but it's only extra small. And then we have the shirt I have on now. So this shirt, it's large, I think, and it is 37, and it's on discounts. And this does have the HHN logo. So that was everything for FNAF merch-wise. And we're just gonna walk around, talk about potential FNAF HHN 26 rumors that I've heard, theories. But first, we gotta check out the tribute store, and it's brand new. Oh, this is new. Hold on, let's check this. This is a shake. Take a look at it. Oh, wow. So it's only at this ice cream store right here, right next to the tribute store. And we have the facade for the tribute store. We got this big Earl the Squirrel truck right here. Pretty cool. If you don't know who Earl is, he's the icon for Universal for Christmas. And so we're gonna head inside the tribute store. Highly doubt there's anything in the 5 and dime, but I will record it. We'll check it out, and then we'll talk about food and how this video will work. All right, in we go. So there might be copyrighted music, so I will have to talk a lot, but oh wow, it looks really cool in here. Oh wow, look at this. So we got some Mardi Gras merch right here. Mardi Gras. I know you guys are not interested in Mardi Gras. Now there's something interesting I saw in the tribute store, saying that there's a little piece of the FNAF house in the tribute store. So we'll go check that out as well. But this tribute store is looking really cool so far. Oh wow. We got all of this over here. Nice. All right, we have more Mardi Gras merch. Pretty nice stuff. I like the neon theme a lot. Really cool. This tribute store is just amazing. All right, we're gonna go in here. Hopefully Chica's not in the kitchen. No, because she usually makes noise when she's in the kitchen. Got this really cool thing, and you can actually close the fridge like that. Oh, wow. Okay, wow. All right, this is looking really cool. This is amazing. We have a lot of, I like this color scheme. I like, it kind of reminds me of like laser tag. This is just amazing. We have some crawfish right there. Now this is what I've heard. I've heard this is part of from the FNAF house from HHN. We just reused the model, because if you come over here, let's see. So if you come right here, those two were actually used for the scare zone for Major Sweets in 2022. And so people are suggesting that like the first one, oh, there's me by the way. I'm rocking the HHN, the shirt, that one they had in discounts. Pretty cool. You know, saying that that was a reused model of like the Chica animatronic, and they just reused the head. Some more Mardi Gras stuff. This tribute store is amazing, honestly. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all for the tribute store. Yeah, nothing in here. I know islands won't have anything, but you know, it doesn't hurt to walk around islands a bit and, you know, check it out. Because they're probably gonna have Mardi Gras stuff over there as well. But yeah, no FNAF anywhere. I highly doubt they'll bring any stuff back unless it's an HHN. But yeah, so we're gonna go try our first food item. So let me describe how this works. So there's food stands across the park representing the different countries and their food. So first we're gonna go to Ireland, and they're gonna have this really cool pretzel bread that we're gonna try. All right, we're here at Ireland and we're gonna try a pretzel bread with cheese dip. All right, so we got the cheese soup and pretzel bread. This is the Ireland food stand, so we're gonna try it out. So we're gonna dip this in here. That's amazing. That's a 9 out of 10 right there. And so we might try that, or we might try the coffee in Austria. I don't know, but we're gonna go check Puerto Rico right now. And yeah, I mean, this is just so cool. I love the Mardi Gras theme. Right there, new coaster coming soon. You can see it right there. Fast and Furious is probably where the entrance is gonna be. So let's talk about any FNAF updates coming up. February 17th, FNAF Movie 2 is going to come on DVD, and it can be bundled with the first FNAF movie if you want to. It's going to have 4K Blu-ray versions, same thing with the bundled version. And yeah, I mean, it'd be pretty nice to own it on DVD. Here's that Puerto Rico menu. But yeah, I mean, Mardi Gras is a big event here at Universal. It's amazing, and I just love it. But let's talk about more FNAF updates, plus rumors I've heard. So there's this thing in HHN called speculation maps, where people speculate where the houses are gonna be and, you know, which location, which stage or outdoor stage the houses are gonna be in. And so all I've seen is just, you know, FNAF Movie 2 will get a house. And I agree, I think it's going to get a house for how successful the first one was. I made a whole video about that, you can check it out. But in short, I believe it's gonna get a house, I just don't know when. And you know, it'll be a lot scarier because the second movie was a lot scarier than the first one. So as we're walking down New York, we're also gonna check to see if they brought back the cupcake. I highly doubt, I haven't heard anything, but you know, it doesn't hurt to check. Probably check Louis. And we'll check more food stands, show you some of the food items we get. And you know, this is the best part about Universal. I just love, you know, how alive it feels right now, you know, with the Mardi Gras season going on. And so with the tribute store we just walked through, they only do it for certain seasons of the year. So they do it for Mardi Gras, summer, Halloween, and then Christmas. Now that stand you see over there, that's a margarita stand, so they only sell alcoholic drinks. But we're about to go to our next stand, which is Austria. So here are your Mardi Gras snacks, streets right here. Pretty cool. That looks really good. That's a brownie. Pretty good. So here's your Austria menu right here. Pretty nice. That coffee is actually, I think it's based off the Jason coffee from HHN. So if you don't remember, during Halloween Horror Nights, Jason House got its own food stand, and it had a coffee item. I think that's supposed to be similar if I remember. But that looks pretty nice. Next, we gotta check Chile, and then we got Brazil, Mexico, France, and we'll just walk around and see if we see anything interesting. I know they brought back the walking taco, which is like an HHN item. And if you were at HHN, this is one of the spots you can get your band right here. And with this band, you can walk around the park. I really hope they bring that feature back for this year's HHN, because this is one of my favorite things that year's HHN did right. I liked how you could do the stay and scream, and you could just wear a band, and you were not just sectioned off to certain parts of the park, and you could just walk freely with your band. I really do like that. Here's that Chile menu. As we walk around, I just want to thank all my fans real quick, because we just hit 23,000 subscribers, and I know people are tired of me, you know, constantly saying thank you, thank you, thank you, but I mean, I really do mean it. I mean, hold on, let's get the shot real quick. I really do appreciate it, because it's just, I can't believe it. I mean, I've hit that many subs. I have been able to do so much because of my channel. I have been able to go to Horror Nights for so many times. I've been able to buy all the nice things I want. Oh wow, Simpsons Ride is closed. Oh wow. But you know, I'm very grateful for you guys. You know, God has blessed me with you guys and this wonderful channel and a wonderful community. Here's some more New Orleans updates over here, but I really appreciate you guys, and you know, I hope you know you really do enjoy these vlogs, because I don't do these vlogs to flex. I do it because I love Universal. Well, yes, there's little to no FNAF updates in them ever since you know, they left in HHN. I just really do enjoy just walking and talking about FNAF. And so we'll talk about a little more about what's coming to FNAF and how I feel about the current state of FNAF, because it's really good right now. FNAF is in a really good state, but it feels so dry because these last 6 months have been some of the best 6 months for Five Nights at Freddy's. So that's why I kind of feel slow for FNAF right now, because we just came back from 6 months of like pure FNAF content with, you know, The House, Secret of the Mimic, Dead by Daylight collab, FNAF Movie 2, and, you know, we also had the Ultimate Guide 2.0. Even though it was not good, I mean, that's still a lot for 6 months. And I don't mean it was bad. I'm talking about the Ultimate Guide 2.0. I probably should have said that. I wanted to do, I think I told you guys, for my 2K special, I wanted to do a video where I talk about all the flaws and all the problems that the Ultimate Guide 2.0 had, but it just feels very negative. And so I didn't do it. I just felt like I didn't want to be negative when we just hit 20K subs. You know, it's time to celebrate. So that's why I did a vlog instead of doing the 2.0 guide, you know, flaws. Right here we have Jamaica. They have pasta, jerk chicken, which actually looks pretty good. Oh wow. And then we have another what is it, cocktail. And then we're gonna go to Brazil. We're actually gonna try the steak from Brazil, so we'll do a quick review of that. And yeah, so we'll go check that out. One question I want to ask everyone, I'll probably do it as a community post, but which version of Into the Pit is your favorite? The original story, the graphic novel, the game, and then Return to the Pit. My favorite is probably Into the Pit, the game, because, you know, the game is just amazing. Alright, so we got the steak from Brazil. So we got steak, you know, tomatoes, onions, and I think this is like breadcrumbs. So we're gonna try out the steak and then we'll try out everything else right now. And still, it's a bit windy, so if you see my napkins fly around, that's the reason why. So there you go. We got some of the, I think, breadcrumbs on there. That's really good. It tastes like real, I mean, it is real steak, but it's really good. So we'll try out the tomatoes and onions with cilantro on them. I would give this item also a 9 out of 10. But the problem is, since we compared it to the other one, which is just a stick of bread, I mean, this just is amazing. But I think this year's Mardi Gras is going to be my favorite year. Alright, so right now we got the jerk chicken from Jamaica. So we got the chicken, we got the bread. So we'll try the chicken first. Oh well, it's a lot. That's really good, but not as good as the steak. I would give it like a 8.5 out of 10. Let's try the bread. That's actually pretty good as well. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's pretty good. That's your France menu right there. Nothing much new. And we made a full rotation around the park. And then we have this sign right here. Here's what's crazy. During Halloween Horror Nights, FNAF and Nintendo were competing for shelf space at the parks, which is crazy to think about. And obviously, you know, the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff sold really well. But, you know, Nintendo has its own park at Epic Universe. Alright, so there should be no FNAF merch in here, but I always like to check just to be safe. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this store's been a lot emptier ever since Horror Nights. It feels empty. Like I don't like it. That's still there from the trivia store, but it feels a lot emptier, and then I don't see any FNAF merch in here. That's everything for studios. Now we're gonna go to Islands of Adventure. Alright, we're at Islands of Adventure. What I'm gonna be doing is called a copium check, and I'm gonna be seeing if they have a cupcake. Now, probably not, but I'm just gonna cope with the idea that it might come to Orlando someday. So when I'm talking about cupcake, I'm talking about the Halloween Horror Nights cupcake. But if not, they at least have the Mardi Gras stuff over here. I know the Halloween store will have the Mardi Gras stuff. Yeah, no FNAF cupcake, but we do have the Mardi Gras stuff out. This is where I'm gonna have my dessert. Alright, so here's the shake right here. I got myself a chocolate. You can get swirl or vanilla, but I just got chocolate, and yeah. Alright, so I walked around Islands of Adventure, and yeah, no FNAF anywhere. So instead of filming it, I was just gonna cut it out so I don't waste your guys' time. But that's all for today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.